Nathan Harrison hang on to the lead. Will Ben Palmer take it away as they head in towards that bottom circuit?
They go. I couldn't quite make out. As an optical illusion, I thought that Palmer was up the inside, but he wasn't. He was just riding up very, very close on our leader, Nathan Harrison. But the 27 car just about has it. But now they're side by side across the line. James Gornell trying to find a way between them or underneath them, and that got very close then. Nathan Harrison's going to have the inside line in towards Ridges, but round the outside goes Ben Palmer. And I've got a feeling he's taking the speed through. He has. He's up into the lead. The number 2 car, Ben Palmer, leads the race.
He does, yeah. Ben Palmer up into the lead of the race. Nathan Harrison down into second. James Gornell there in third place. There's one car limping around the circuit, had a spin going through Nelson, and there was a little bit of contact then that was made, and as a result of that, I thought it was beached upon the sausage curve there, but it's managed to get going, but it's got damage to the front end of it, so can't quite tell who it is, but they'll be bound for the pit lane at the end of this lap. The leading train of cars though heading in towards Agostini, and it is still Ben Palmer that leads the race, but look at the queue of cars that are ready to take the lead of the race away from him as they head out of Agostini. Palmer continuing to lead when they reappear back in view. Nathan Harrison, James Gornell, Jack Davidson, and then the car of Dan Zelos, who didn't have a bad first lap at all, from 8th up to 5th, all in the mix for the lead.
Yeah, I got a feeling it's the number 5 car by the looks of it that has had the issue there. That's James Griffith, and I'm guessing he's heading towards the pit, sadly. So.
Yes, yeah, deranged front end on the car.
And not surprisingly, it is rather up close and personal racing, as we can see all the way down through this field, just watching them heading out through Oggies and up in towards Williams and onto the Bentley Straight there. We've got numerous episodes. Oh, we've got a spinner on the exit of Williams on towards the Bentley Straight. That's one of the metallic greens. Might be Dan Zelos, but there's a couple of them that are sort of
championship rivals absolutely together. Harrison in the black car, he's got the inside line for Ritchie's corner, almost squeezed James Gornell onto the grass there, but there was just enough room between the pair of them. They head in towards the right-hander at Ritchie's to start another lap. Dan Zelos still there in 4th place ahead of Jack Davidson, who is now in 5th place. Lewis Brown completes the top 6.
You're right, yeah, it was Trotter 112 that had that spin, and hopefully he's going to be able to carry on. And that was so tight, wasn't it, between the 2nd and 3rd place cars, and it's good news for our leader of the race, Ben Palmer, because he has made that break. I was about to say you can expect that he may well do it, but sat there in 4th place, Dan Zelos 445. He's now made that a 3-car fight for 2nd place, hasn't he? So a cracking job there by Dan, seeing that they were slowing each other up. He's now got himself tucked right underneath the yellow and white number 18 car of James Jiggy Gornell, and Ben Palmer is just cantering off into the distance, isn't he?
He is for the moment, whilst they're all busy squabbling behind. Yeah, I did say Dan Zelos was qualified out of position down in 8th place and thought he'd make progress, and absolutely that is what he is doing. The other driver, remember, that qualified way down through the order and didn't really get a lap in, started 27th, that being Richard Newman. Well, where's Richard Newman at the moment after just a couple of laps of racing? The answer is 16th position. He's gained 11 places in the first 2 laps on the back of the grid.
Fair play. That's good news. We can actually see him on the circuit now, can't we?
We can, yeah. Neil Trotter into the pit lane. Unloaded tyres, just brings as they head into the braking area.
slot, so he's probably just advised to let that carry on a little bit. But I noticed that Lewis Brown, the 39 car, is so involved in the thick of it as he exited Nelson last time round. Which is good news, so he's glued to the back of him. I think he was just unsettled by the car just ahead of him, and that being the 44 car of Bird, and that is in turn enabling the 21 car of Davidson, the one that sort of looks rather the same as the 44 car, to build a bit of a gap. And that's what we're seeing time and time again here, isn't it, Mark? That if they can just be left alone for a moment, they're able to pull away, and so you're sort of darned if you do, darned if you don't in terms of making a move. Incidentally, that looks to me as though that lead gap's sort of coming down a little bit on the infield there. 1.3 they crossed the line. That looks as though that is coming down. Nathan Harrison taking Jiggy Gornell with him. But the good news for Nathan is that for a little while was that he was seeing that Gornell was so focused on Dan Zelos challenging him that he was enabling Nathan Harrison to scamper away, but not for long.
Yeah, Ben Palmer last time through, race leader, might be getting caught on this lap, but last lap was the fastest lap of the race that's been set so far. 2 minutes 5.406 meant that he had a 1.351 second lead over Nathan Harrison in second place. They all head down towards the bottom of the fence straight into still managing to just keep his nose ahead of the yellow and black car in the hands of Lewis Brown over the top, but it's not now going with regards to the circuit limits, but he's down in 18th place.
And that's a new fastest lap, goes to second place car number 27, Nathan Harrison. That's why the gap has come down to the next 1.6 is the gap now, and I think that Ben Palmer's going to feel that one coming. And the bad news for him is it's not just Harrison, is it? He's taken with him the 18 and 445 cars that have gone out and breathing down his neck as he goes into the infield, and we haven't even got to half race distance yet, have we? We've nearly, but we've got 10 minutes 50 left to go. That is going to be an almighty amount of time for him to try and just fend off this pressure as they exit of Agostini in the infield. Now you can see that that's what, 2 car lengths between them. And the bad news for him at the moment actually is that Harrison's able to focus on the challenge for the lead rather than having to defend from Jiggy at the moment.
The difficulty is for Nathan Harrison though, as soon as he gets up behind Ben Palmer, then they'll start to squabble. That will slow them up, which will bring James Gornell and then also Dan Zelos back into the mix as well. So it's sort of 4 for the lead, but I do think those gaps will close up a little bit more. Onto the Bentley straight there will go. This time it is Ben Palmer, who certainly knows that he's under pressure for the lead of the race because he was trying to break the toe on Nathan Harrison, but as soon as Ben Palmer moved from one side of the circuit to the other, Nathan Harrison followed him to stay in the slipstream in towards the breaking out the front of the Nelson. There will go. James Gornell to be there. And as they now head to another lap, they can
to sort of watch this and see whether this is going to get one of them unstuck with the challenge. Nathan Harrison goes more feints towards the inside, doesn't he, as they go down towards Richie, but it's all better on the inside. Sweeping racing line tucked up behind our race leader Ben Palmer. So many changes going on up and down through this field from sort of 10th backwards. Side by side for the lead, Nathan Harrison's going to have the inside line when they get down towards Palmer this time round. You can see the Dayglow orange on the outside line there, so surely it's going to be a change for the lead. Nathan Harrison's been very patient in lining this one up.
Into the lead of the race, Ben Palmer down down into second. I'm sure we'll have at least one or two other opportunities to try and re-attack for the lead, but for the moment he needs to watch his mirrors as well, Ben Palmer, because James Cornell will now know that Nathan Harrison is potentially picking up the 50 points for the race win, and if Cornell stays there in third place, that would be only 40 points for him, so that would mean the championship would certainly close up. Remember, coming into this race, 6.98 for Jiggy, 6.81 for Nathan Harrison, and at the moment Jiggy has set the fastest lap of the race on the last lap, 2 minutes 4.139, so he'd pick up the extra 6 points for that. Nathan Harrison has done a 2 minute 4.4, which is about the third quickest lap, so he would pick up an extra 4 championship points for that.
Tried to make out that he was just playing it cool and not paying too much attention. He's the driver. That said, is that once we go through the football, he's the one that's got the pressure. And it's the green car, number 445 of Dan Zelos, that is all over the back of Jimmy, so it's a real challenging situation. Something, but it just means you push that little bit too hard, you can fall back away and into the clutches of the car behind. Oh, and that's not
finish line. They'll go the top car separated still by just 1.3 seconds as they came over the start and finish line, but the order still Harrison from Palmer, from Garnell, from Cornell, from Dan Zelos, still got Jack Davis at number 21 in fifth place, Max Bird. McIntyre now is inside the top 10, car number 47. That's another driver who's made up a few places. He started 14th. Kenan Dole, who was inside the top 10, lost 2 places on that lap, so from 17th to 7th, back down to 12th. Now it's
just been sort of like side by side and back and forth like nobody's business, and yeah, it looks like that is set to continue for a little while longer. Leaders exiting Hamilton, wait for them to appear. There's Nathan Harrison. He's actually managed to pull out a gap on Ben Palmer now, and the number 2 car is back into the clutches of Jiggy James Cornell, who is under massive pressure from Dan Zelos. Dan Zelos got a great exit from Oggies there, but just not able to apply the noise pedal quite enough to tuck it up the inside for Williams and onto the Bentley straight. So he sits there in his slipstream onto the Bentley straight he goes. Has he got a good run there? Kind of pretty equal, isn't it, at the moment, as they disappear out of our sight under the bridge in towards Brundle and Nelson. Nathan Harrison trying desperately to take advantage of the fighting behind him and stretches there. Identical livery, number 21 car of Jack Davidson. He's going towards the outside as they're going towards Palmer. Is he going to be overtaking both of those cars in consecutive laps? Not yet, but he's still there side by side. What's that going to be for? Four is still there, trading it out, but in towards Agostini they go. And he's got run wide and suddenly lost all those places. Lewis Brown, number 39, the black and yellow car, he just ran wide at Agostini, came back into our view and has suddenly lost those places back to the 44 car of Max Bird, and it's the Gooding car, isn't it, number 56 as well. Yeah, Harry Gooding's gone through as well, so in fact Harry Gooding managing to sneak through and gain another place there. That's ahead of Max Bird, so it's all shuffling, that little order from 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th place. Black and white warning flag this time going out for car number 18, which is James Gordle in 3rd place, to forewarn him with regard to
looking to try and secure victory number 4 of the season if he can.
That said, I'm not sure that this one's going to switch back again, to be honest with you, because those three are so embroiled in their own. Just scamper away at the moment. Look at that fight we were talking about 10th backwards. You said about the fact that McIntyre got into the top 10. Suddenly lost those two positions. Now it's 35 with 777 goals made up of place and keys. It's just all happening in that section as well.
It's 8, which is Lewis Brown, Rory Cook, James Louts, Kenan Dole, James McIntyre, and then the next of the cars, which is going to be number 84, which is Ryan Dignan, isn't it? Almost said Pete Dignan there, but that's the Mr. Nets guy. So yeah, that's a real ding-dong battle. Nathan Harrison there. So far in this one, we have lost one car down at Brundle Nelson. I think that's Tom Rawlings that's not come through. Yeah, the number 88 car, that again was at the tail end of that little battle of cars, has retired down at Brundle and Nelson. Could you see his car parked off the circuit?
Oh, and Dan Zeller's got a good run through Oggies, and I thought he was going to try and sneak up the inside towards Williams. He's got a good run onto the Bentley straight, and has he got himself alongside Jiggy Gornell this time round? Wait for him to come into view. If he has, he's lost it again because he's tucked behind.
Tucked back behind, yeah. Yeah, I can see it on the cameras. He tucked himself back behind, didn't quite get the momentum.
Nearly did, didn't he? You could see him exiting the corner, sort of like sizing up the inside. All of a sudden, you've got the second place car, number 2, Ben Palmer, who's got a breath of fresh air.
Albeit by just a single point, is going to outscore him in the race. Currently, by 10 points. Coming down to fastest laps, and the extra 6 points for the fastest lap are still going the way of James Gornell at the moment. 2 minute 4.139 has not as yet been better.
You see the body work on the back. The other trail at the back, bottom there is sort of like hanging down and slightly deformed as well. So. Not sure where that would have happened, but onto the final tour we go. Flag to Kenan Dole, the 777 car, and he does need to be careful because he's been involved in a fantastic fight there, back and forth. Currently sat there in 11th place as it stands. But leaders onto the infield, here we come. There goes Nathan. At the moment in second place, so it's all about that bottom step of the podium. Who's going to get that third place? At the moment it's still the number 18 car, the yellow and white, James Gornell, and but he's got Dan Zellos all over the back of him. Quite dramatic, that 445 car that's it's in fourth, desperate to get up on the podium. And it's not out of the question that he can do it. He's just got to work out the right time to do it. He's always strong through Hamilton and Oggies and heading up towards Williams, but he's never quite managed to get himself alongside. He wants to get as good a run as possible onto the Bentley straight so that he can maybe have a little look, I was going to say, into Brundle and Nelson, but of course with the stricken car of Rawlings down there, there may well still be yellow flags down there. That means that he can't, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think the yellow flags have been withdrawn now potentially, so it is just not really making any mistakes. He's got Dan Zellos still absolutely behind him on racing. It's going to be Nathan Harrison, who will score in total of 54 points if we include the fastest lap points, I think, for this one. So he came into this race into a strong position because he has outscored his main championship rival, James Gornell, to the 8 points in total. James Gornell in the
and I'm assuming you'll know what's happening because I noticed there's 4 trophies down there on the top three by the looks of it. Ben Palmer, probably number 2. But a great victory there from Nathan Harrison, but our pole sitter had to work incredibly hard to get the lead back again and to sort of maintain it and even stretch it. Straight up into back again. It really was a great race from Ben Palmer. 18 Jiggy Gore now in third place. 445 Dan Sellos in fourth. Fifth. And if we just trying to check to see what the gap were, because those guys were having a